Okay, this is my very first episode. I am going on the journey of raw as far as just recording myself in my raw state, in my most authentic state. Here I am in Florida. I'm not going to cut this. This is going to be, I mean, I'll do transitions and like if there's silences, but I'm not going to be stopping and redoing and stopping and redoing because I'm a mom of two under three, and my son is asleep, and so I am just going to put myself out there, be vulnerable, and here it is. I want to have more of a presence on YouTube. I am going on a journey of taking off my teaching role as a therapist. I've always like poured and given and do this and utilize this. I've done 11 years as strategist, as a therapist, as a coach, and as a CEO, and now I'm diving into like how art and movement is in my life as a person. And I mean, so much has changed since my last podcast that's on this channel. That was during the pandemic. I am now married. I now have two kids. I now live in Florida. And so this is a space where I want to give you permission to show up as yourself and to try something new and to try something different and to just be vulnerable. And those who are looking for you will find you. And I just realized that I don't know if this is recording in the right landscape. It looks like it is, so I think we're good. I'm not gonna cut it. Oh my gosh. Whatever this is, I'm gonna work with it. Um, where do I start? I'm so used to guiding other people in their journey. Now it's time to guide myself. I would say it starts with God. Right now, I'm excited about going deeper into my relationship with God. I started a new journey to understand the different names of God. That's something that has really sparked my interest. So I got two books by Tony Evans, and one is called Praying the Names of God, and then the other one is called Praying the Names of the Holy Spirit. And when I got the book Praying the Names of God, y'all, I was like, my Lord, there is so much I have yet to learn about you. There is so much yet that I get to dive in and be able to explore with him, because there was like over 100 names in that book. And I was like, I need to know more names of God so that I can channel into different parts of him, especially as a mother and a wife. I want to be able to call to certain characteristics that God has to allow me to be able to understand him, to go deeper in my relationship with him, to be able to love myself deeply, to love my children the way that I desire to, and my husband. Uh-oh. Again, no edits. This is raw. This is raw. I'm not going to edit this. I'm not going to stop it. There's something in my heart that I really just want to share, which is what I'm battling with, and so I'm just going to be authentic and share it. Um, I I desire so deep inside to be a full-time artist, to be a full-time coach, to just do what I want, to get out the rat race, to not work a 9 to 5. I haven't since my son has been born, but I will be starting a new job. So this is something exciting from that. I'm working at Indian River State College. I was a part of a program called Trio. Woo woo! Trio works. Trio is a program for first generation students who either have a disability, who have low income, or who need financial assistance, and also just a first generation. I was a Trio student, and that changed my life. And now in Florida, I was shooting my shot. I put in the application, and they called me, and here I am. I am their new academic coordinator, and I'll be working with middle school and high school students. And I've worked with that age range before, but this will be a new capacity as an academic coordinator. And I love Trio, y'all. I mean, I rock with Trio. I have worked with them. I've done workshops, facilitations, I've done trainings, I've done coaching, I've done all of it for like 5 years straight. Majority of my independent business was pouring into students and staff, especially once the pandemic started. So I'm really excited to start that job. I'm excited for that job because I can already envision where I want to be, what I want my new life to be. So I'm going to be waking up at 3:45. I know that's crazy, but it's what I want to do. I'm going to be waking up at 3:45. I want to be able to have, a deep time with God. I want to be able to journal. I want to be able to reflect, make my tea, drink it slowly in the morning. No kids, no nothing, just me, my thoughts. I'm sitting on a headstand chair where you can like invert and do headstands and move your legs or whatever. I want to do movement every day. I want to work out every morning. I just see myself having compound habits and having compound ideologies and downloads into my mind, body, and spirit. And, I'm going to be taking the kids to school and picking them up. And I'm just excited that my days won't look the same. I'll be honest, a lot of moms will not say this, but I am very transparent. I'm burnt out from being a stay-at-home mom. I get more like excited or a thrill from being able to have a balance of both, from being able to see my kids, know that they're in the best care, but then also go and live a life of adventure and pouring out in a different way. So I am burnt out from that. I love my kids, but 2 under 3 is not easy. And I'm just tired. I'm just tired. I tried my best. And if I had to, I would continue to do so. But this opportunity opened up, and so I'm going to go for it. I really believe in expanding myself and putting myself in different spaces. So what does this look like as an art and dance therapist? The cool thing was that when I did my interview, I had to do a presentation. And so like an activity that I would do with the students. So I got them moving, I got them dancing, I got them, singing, I got them feeling good about themselves. It was a blast. And so I will always bring art and movement with me everywhere I go. Everywhere. Every job, every opportunity, every consultation, every business. It is literally who I am because that is who I needed when I was a kid. I was an artist at a young age. It showed in how I dressed. It showed in just, I was different. I was always different, but I wasn't trained. I didn't have art classes or anything like that, but I've always wrote poetry. I always drew. I always, decorated my room in really unique ways. And so it was slowly being nurtured. And I went to Walt Disney Magnet School in Chicago. Disney, okay? I don't know what that was. As you see, the forest is behind me. This don't look the best. I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to move the camera. These are insecurities to stop me from doing what I am called to do. It is a balcony. It is going to look beat up because it is literally outside. I just didn't want to have this as my flat. So, anyways, stay focused. What was I saying? Everywhere I go, artists, Disney. So Disney exposed me to a lot of things. I mean, it exposed me to music. It exposed me to steel drums. It exposed me to painting, to drawing, we took all of the arts, every single thing. And I'm so grateful that my mom put me into Disney because I don't think without that exposure, I would have picked up the interest and carried it with me to high school, into college, and things like that. Whew, this is vulnerable. This is vulnerable for me. I'm so used to teaching and having my therapist hat on and my coach hat on. And just like, these are the best things that you should do, and these are the recommendations, and 5 tips to do this, and 3 easy ways to do this. And I I'm learning and separating while integrating at the same time. Like, I'm more than just a therapist. Mind you, I'm a very good therapist. I'm very confident when it comes to that. I'm very confident when it comes to my coaching. Do I know everything as far as when it comes to those fields? No. As like, I can always grow and evolve and incorporate new things. But I know I have life experience. I know I've been through trauma. I know I've been through really hard things that I was able to overcome. And I've developed a very strong mindset when it comes to understanding my identity. It's one thing to do the work by yourself, behind the scenes, or journaling, or with a best friend, and it's another thing to do it here on this platform, and just not trying to make it look perfect and cut out all the ugly things. This is it. This is me. This is all of me. Sorry, y'all. Let me mute my focus. Okay. I know that there have been people who have asked, like, who is Christina and what is she looking for? And in short, I'm looking to be completely happy in every area of my life. I want to be fulfilled. I want to be, like, going deeper. I want to be learning myself. I want to be able to know, like, who I truly am in the role of a mom, as a wife, as a friend, as a sister. I know that for years I've hidden behind the role as a therapist and a coach, and I'm excited for this new journey. My online mentor, Myron Golden, shout out to Marvin, because I know you're going to see this one day, sooner than later. Um, he has just been pushing me. I did the Make More Offers challenge. If you don't know who he is, go look him up, go look him up, go look him up. This man is a anointed businessman who speaks from biblical principles and just speaks the truth in a way that makes sense and tells you how it is. And I have been just eating up everything, all his books, all his YouTube, all his content, and renewing my mind. And he said, just do one video 1 week, one video every week for 1 year, no matter what. And so here I am, showing up. I am pushing myself. I am growing. I am expanding. I am stretching in new ways to find more words, to find more movement, to find more of me and what God is calling me to be. I don't plan to do these videos all the time just talking. Like, right now I have the urge to go get my multimedia pad and make some art. And so I'm going to try and put the baby down and do that, because I want to listen to what my body is telling me that I need. And that would make this a little bit more easier for me and more funner. So, like I said, I'm not cutting this. If you are here for the journey, I will try to make this as quick as possible so you're not waiting, but you can fast forward if you want to. Let me see if this works, okay? And also, I'm in very comfortable house clothes because it was a rough night with the kids. So don't judge me. It worked. right. This is fun. This is fun. So I'll show you the end of it. This was the notepad I was talking about. Um, Let me see if I can angle it so you can. I don't know. If you guys would rather watch me make art, look at my son. Look at my son's masterpiece. Just beautiful. I don't know if you guys would rather watch me or listen to me. Maybe I could find a way to kind of angle both. I'm going to go with this. So this is, let's see what comes from this. So my son, one day we were like at a pop-up event or vending event, and he drew on this. But behind it, we got these little dots. So let's go with the dots. I'm going to angle this down. You still can't see it. All right, well, I'll just show you every once in a while what's going on. Okay? I'm going to move this up because I don't want my head to be cut off. All these thoughts that are running through my mind. Okay. I'm really excited when it comes to the job and the new schedule to get acclimated. Like I said, I'm from Chicago. We're new to Port St. Lucie, and it's a very small town. Everyone knows each other. It's not Chicago, but it's a very family town, very family oriented. And so with working with middle school and high school students, I'll be traveling to their schools. And so I'm really excited to get to meet the students out here, like the kids out here, and like meet their family and parents and just build community is what I'm looking for, to build community. All right, so we got the dots. I'm going to start with the purple, and let's see how this goes. So my first instinct is to connect some of these dots. I don't know why, but I'm going to do it. I remember doing stuff like this as a kid. I forgot what it was. It was something that would come in the mail. I think Scholastica. I'm a 90s baby, so if you remember, let me know. And also tell me what you want more of down below. This is what we got so far. I'm just going to do the outside of it. I did wake up last night, like at 4 in the morning. We had both the kids with us in the bed. Boy, we don't never sleep well when the kids are both with us. Even though our bed is big enough, we have a California bed, California king bed. My 2-year-old just be rough. He be drop kicking us. He woke me up by slapping me today. He a rough one to share a bed with. But I couldn't sleep. I had a nightmare about, I don't know if it was a nightmare, but I had a dream of my childhood home, which I dream about very often. I dreamt about my mom. I don't remember it too much now, but whatever it was, like my mom passed away in 2023, and I was pregnant with my oldest son, and I never got to see her or say bye. I hadn't seen her in 5 years. She was stuck in Colombia, and so I dream about her a lot. Like I don't have that closure or that closed door, and so it leaves me I guess unsettled, to be honest. It leaves me very unsettled, but I'm healing to the point where I wrote a book called The Lining Inner Grief. And so I'm able to process and understand where I'm at. I'm able to articulate it. It doesn't overwhelm me. I'm not crying. I'm not hysterical, which is okay because those are the stages of it. For me personally, I've been able to be grounded and like reflect through the emotions and through the feelings. And so I woke up. I didn't want to stay there tossing and turning. And I know people can feel the energy, and I didn't want the kids to feel that. And I didn't want it to, seep into this day. So I just woke up. I came out here to the balcony, and I, was in the chair yoga, and I just did some movement. I like literally shook my body. I reset my nervous system. I twisted my legs. I did some stretching. I did a cool new stretch, um, upside down that I never. Why is it so loud? That I never did before. Also, I'm yelling because I'm hard of hearing, and so I don't know if I'm talking loud enough. And so let me know in the comments too if I'm talking too loud or not loud enough. My mic situation is like, yeah. But what was I saying? So I did some movements and stretching, which felt amazing, and I hadn't done that before. But I knew that it would be beneficial. And so I pushed myself. I got up. I did it. I did it for maybe like 10 minutes. And I just shook. Took some deep breaths. And I went back into bed and I knocked out. I got deep sleep after I did that. I was like, oh, there's something here. Like, there's really healing in the power of movement. And yeah, I went back to bed and I went straight to sleep. I knocked right out. And I'm so glad that I listened to my body and I woke up and I did that. Alright, so this is what we got. We got this little abstract shape. I'm going to grab the color blue. Let's see what we do. Most of these are probably dried out because of my sun. Let's do some movements, some marks. I'm trying not to talk so academically and teach. I will share, I did get my art therapy degree from the School of the Art Institute. I went to Illinois State University for my undergrad. I got a dance movement therapy certificate in New York at a place called 92nd Y. I'm trying to share who I am as a person and not always introduce myself as a therapist. Alright, so this blue is dried out. Let's see what this pink is working with. This is what we got so far. I'm just doodling. It helps me feel more present and feel more calm. I think I woke the baby up. They all dried out. Next time, I will paint. And I'll make sure to set the camera up where you can see me and the painting at the same time. Oh, this pink. My last balcony I had before I got married and had kids. Hey, Papa. Let me give him his pacifier. Hold on. There you go, Papa. My last balcony had plants and a yoga mat and all of that. And I want to repurpose this balcony like that. But I have a 2-year-old. And so if you are out there and you are a parent, if you're a mom or a caregiver or a dad, how do y'all have your house set up the way you want? Like, I want certain furniture, I want certain like designs and decorations, and right now it's just like, what can he not have access to so that he doesn't break it or get hurt? I really miss being able to have like all my plants. I guess I could hang up the plants. Maybe I'll do that. I can hang them up on the corners and then have something to like nurture. Oh, we got some juice with the orange. And it's gone. Looks cool though. It reminds me of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Just this part. I'm a '90s baby for real, but I was made in the '80s. I love the '80s. The color, the style, the clothing, the music. Hmm. What can I do? It's just a doodle. I'm not gonna work on this afterwards. It's just to get it flowing, get this moving. Oh, I also did join a company called Pharmacy, and I'm gonna be very transparent, really, 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 really honest. In Myron Golden's book, Trash Man to Cash Man, he said in order to be the best salesperson and to have the skills and um, just all the things to help your marketing, he says to become a network marketing agent, like literally multi-level marketing. Now, before the book, I was definitely like, that's a scam. That's blah, 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 like blah, blah, blah. And now I'm in it. I'm like, this makes complete sense. I get coaching every day. I'm underneath Coach Stormy in Pharmacy. My direct coach is Coach Arica, and I love my coach, okay? She's amazing, and I am learning. I'm getting poured into every single day. I'm being more uncomfortable. This is just a season of me like pushing, expanding, and growing, because eventually I see that as translating over that I am going to sell my coaching. I'm going to sell my public speaking engagement and all of that. Um, nope. Sorry, I got a call. And so in order for me to learn how to sell this, I need to have the skills. And as a therapist, I didn't learn that in school, how to sell, what I do or sell services and all that. I've morphed my own therapy, coach, movement, holistic, speaker, all these things. And so I am pushing myself. I am uncomfortable. And what that entails is that I reach out to 10 people every single day. I'm constantly having conversations. My goal is that I'm posting every single day. I'm going live every single day. I'm doing this YouTube video every single week. And I'm just like ripping off all the comfort, because that's not how you become a multimillionaire. I want my kids and my kids to be able to have wealth. I don't want them to keep starting over like I did. And so that takes me sacrificing my comfort level for them to be able to have their kids and be like, yeah, we're great. We're set up because your grandmother sacrificed and did this. I will do it in my lifetime. I will gladly do it. Ooh. Okay, I need some circles. That's what we need. It's very childlike, very freeing. I don't know, maybe this is like an island. Let's see, I'm gonna do art therapy on myself. So I feel like this can symbolize an island, like a new territory that I'm stepping into. And like this could be the water, aka also the energy. And like maybe this is how much of the territory I'm familiar with, and the rest of it is like a new adventure. And I feel like this is just like all my nervous energy, but then excitement, because this kind of looks like dollar signs. You see it? You see the dollar signs? You see it? And so, I'm excited. I'm really excited. All of this is dollar signs about the wealth that's going to come, and just like being mindful and taking care of myself along the way. And then I feel like the circles for me mean like unknown, because spiral means to reflect on the same thing over and over and over, but in new ways at different levels. And so, yeah, I believe this is how I'm feeling, and how this video has brought me to more realization of myself and growing. And this is going to be, again, video number 1, a testament. And I can't wait to share this again when I am a multimillionaire, because I 100% know that I know that this is going to happen. I believe in myself, and there's no other option. There's no other option. I know I can do this, and I'm going to do this. So thank you for coming to my channel. Welcome. And I'm really open. I want this to be like dialogue. If you have questions, if you have things you'd like to see, things you want me to share about or explore, not so much teaching, but you can listen to my podcast, I Am Not Your Therapist. And that kind of like started my conversation of like me, the person behind the role. But I am open, excited, and that's a wrap. Cut. All right. Bye.